Hey, good morning, Naughty Crew. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Top of the morning to you guys. What's going on? Love you down to the ground. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, can y'all hear me okay? Yes, please like the video. Ooh, happy hump day to you all, child. This has been a Let me tell y'all, this time of the year at my job is excruciating. I be going home tired. You hear me? I be going home tired. Hold on, let me put on my do not disturb, child, because somebody always love to call me when I'm on live. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, y'all, this time of the year at my job, because I deal with medical and stuff. So this time of the year, it's like all about getting authorization. It's a lot of insurance changes. It's a lot of emailing. Like sometimes I go home and my joints and my fingers be hurting because of typing all day constantly. It's just like torture. Like I need my YouTube channel to pop, child, so I could get off this corporate slave ship because I'm over it. I'm so over it. I've been doing it for July. It'll be 20 years. Girl, tired. I've been working since I'm 14. Your girl be tired. Hey, y'all. Hey. Tired, tired, tired. I told her husband, like, I got 5 years to retire. It's going to be your turn to carry us. Thumbs up the video. I'm dead ass. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'll just be my mother full time caregiver. Like, I'd rather just focus on that. It's just a lot. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Caregivers out there. It's hard being a caregiver, working full time, and life still be life. And after that, please like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video, share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe because the Naughty Crew is lit. Okay, we are lit, lit over here. Yes. Hey, be more shorty. Hey, Cece. Hey, y'all. Hey. So much to get into, child. The fallout of Nicki Minaj. People are giving their y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, one. Can y'all hear me? Okay, let me know. I told y'all every time I go on live, somebody call me. Oh, got it. I took it off. Got it. Got it. Got it. Y'all hear me now? Really? Who is that? Y'all be mad observant. Damn, the ceiling fan. We on the porch, baby. We on the porch. Okay. Yes. People are real, real. All right, so the fallout with Nicki Minaj continues. Jasmine Crockett gave her opinion. Can I say this? A lot of these people don't give a f about Nicki Minaj. To me, like she's been a non-factor. She's been a non-factor, but we gonna get into it. Jason Lee gave his opinion. Jasmine Crockett gave her opinion. Also, we covered Reshona Landfair, who is R. Kelly's victim that was on tape, and she was the little girl that was urinated on, unfortunately, and the tape got distributed nationwide. I know in New Jersey they was selling it on every freaking corner. And it's sad. It's sad the way they exploited that young lady. I can only imagine the embarrassment that she went through. Um, but she has written a book, which I'm glad about. It's called Who Was Watching Shorty, which was no one or whatever. And her aunt Sparkle, who's the one that introduced her to R. Kelly, has responded because that interview was crazy. Did y'all see it? Get the likes up, please. Get the likes up. Let me tell you, Sparkle, you ain't shit. And remember, I said it. Knotty said it. You ain't shit. You groomed that little girl and handed him over to that man, and you knew what he was doing. And Sparkle been out here windmilling. Remember, she was on the Breakfast Club. I'll pull it up. Let's listen to what Sparkle had to say about the whole situation. Right. She did not protect her knees. That bitch ain't shit. And she been out here windmilling and lying. And she was on that documentary lying. And she thinks she justified because she called CPS. Bitch, you should have never brought your niece around that predator. She knew exactly what she was doing. Y'all remember in Surviving R. Kelly? She said they was on the tour bus and the door flew open. She saw him with Aaliyah, who was underage, bitch. Here's what she had to say on the Breakfast Club. Hold on. Everybody like the video. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. We are here to give our opinions. We do not condone bullying and harassing. But Sparky, you ain't shit, bitch. This is her on the Breakfast Club. Let me see if I can speed it up.
was like Aaliyah's posse, so to speak, or her background. They were called Second Chapter. It was three girls, and they were in the studio at all times. They're on the album. You know, one of the girls is rapping on you. You can hear it all through. You know, Aaliyah's first album. Yeah.
Now, for yourself, was R. Kelly ever strange to you? Like, did he ever come on to you?
You know, Robert, of course, he liked me. You know, he's a handsome guy, but you know, I didn't want to mix match those lines, so to speak. You know what I mean? I'm there to get a job. I'm there to get my career on. Thereafter the Aaliyah situation, you know, from '92 to '96, I had no really real interaction with him at all. So I don't know anything that was going on. I didn't go on no tours with him. You know, I didn't do any of that. But you know,
But she was aware of the Aaliyah situation. Keep that in mind.
'96, I was, you know, asked to come back and do some more backgrounds for him. I thought. And 2 songs in, he was like, "Yo, he came in the booth. Yo, we gonna work on your stuff now." You know what I mean? And then after that, working on my stuff, then I introduced the family. Right.
So you never had a relationship with R. Kelly?
No.
That type of relationship?
No. They had a business, but me and Robert were real tight. We're really cool, like family. I thought so.
Right.
You know.
And at that time, the marriage to Leah had happened, but you thought it was all a hoax.
Yeah. Like who's thinking a 15-year-old is gonna marry? Like your mama and daddy are there. Your uncle is there. Who's even thinking that? Like
How'd you think it was a hoax when the whole marriage certificate came out? I remember that. Y'all remember that? Child, this bitch going to hell.
that was real
Um,
all the time. I remember right before the license even
yeah,
showed up.
I remember at that time I did think it was fake.
Yeah, come on.
And it was a rumor, and they kind of played into
Robert does that. Like even prior to my album coming out, we're at the McDonald's called Rock and Roll McDonald's in Chicago that we used to hang out at. He hung out at a lot.
He loved McDonald's, child. That's where apparently he picked up a lot of his victims, male and female. Like the video, Naughty Crew. Please like the video and share this out. Yes, we gonna get into deep today. Cause Sparkle, you delivered your niece to that predator. You knew he was a predator.
Yeah, and these two girls came. Oh, Kelly. And then they stood back. Oh, is that your girlfriend? And he was like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, tap. I was like, and don't be saying that shit to them. I was like, I don't want nobody thinking that we like that like that. You know what I mean? And he was like, no. See, this will make them, buy your records. If I'm your, they think I'm your guy.
like you do it.
Yeah.
So, you put the video out together. It's more
He,
interesting.
yeah, he does those type of things. So even with the Aaliyah thing, the whole thing. Yeah.
When did you realize that he was into young girls? When did that finally? When did that finally surface that you realized, like, damn, he really likes young girls?
I didn't realize that until the tape surfaced.
So
Tape surfaced.
I call Bull Swinky. I call Bull Swinky because she was there during the Aaliyah time. Child, this some bullshit, y'all. You see, and let me tell y'all something, because I talked about this when I first started my channel with Beyonce and stuff. We not gonna act like people, especially look, all people participate in this in America. We not gonna act like people don't be selling their children for fame, fortune, and things like that. And Lashana, I think that's what she was a victim of. Aaliyah as well. Beyonce too. I mean, quiet as it kept. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. We see this play over and over again where we see fathers sell their daughters to these celebrities.
Idea. No idea. And you know what? I wish I had of known before introducing my family. Like I introduced my entire family. We're a musical family. And look, Robert had just got a situation with Interscope. He was taking me to Interscope. He was leaving the other artists on job. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna need bodies. My family's a musical family. Let me see if I can put them in there. And, yeah. And, let them be stars like he was about to make me. So I introduced my niece. She, my sister and my brother-in-law brought her down. I didn't just throw her to the wolves. You know what I mean? So I introduced her correctly. Then I introduced other nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? They're musical. They had some success overseas, and I want to introduce them. And then my brother-in-law, my niece's father,
right?
He's a dope guitarist. I was begged Robert to listen to him. He came down and he's on a few of his albums playing. You know what I mean? So I was trying to spread the love through the family. I wanted to give, I wanted to give more to my family and bring them along with what God had blessed me with. So, hey.
What was your reaction when you seen that tape? Where were you when you see the tape? Did you get calls before him? Like,
yes.
So tell us how you first found out about that tape.
Let me go back just a quick second. So prior to the tape.
Please like the video. Yes, Cece. Thank you so much. And be more shorty. I appreciate y'all. And the God is please like the video, like the video, like the video. We getting into the background of Reshona Landfair. She is the young lady that was on the videotape being unfortunately urinated on that circulated nationwide. She got publicly humiliated for years. Dave Chappelle, fuck you too for making fun of that little girl. Okay, don't like that you did that because it's about a little kid on some real shit. And I rock with Dave Chappelle, but that skit, nah, nope, nope. Oops.
Sam, and then my brother-in-law, my niece's father.
Right.
He's a dope guitarist. I was begged Robert to listen to him. You know, he came down and he's on a few of his albums playing. You know what I mean? So I was trying to spread the love to the family. I wanted to give, I wanted to give more to my family and bring them along with what God had blessed me with. So, hey.
What was your reaction when you see that tape? Where were you when you see the tape? Did you get calls before him? Like,
yes.
So tell us how you first found out about that tape.
Let me go back just a quick second. So prior to the tape coming out, I got 2 phone calls from 2 separate people in Robert's camp. Mm-hmm. And they were saying to me, yo, something ain't right. Your niece out here by herself too much. What's going on? I'm not there. I don't know any of this. I get on the phone with my sister immediately. What's up? Like, what you doing? Why you got her down by herself? People are calling me. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
But why would y'all think something was right if y'all didn't know
they were telling me that something didn't look right. I didn't know that because I'm not there. And her parents were saying, no, everything's good. Everything's cool. You know what I mean? So what I do is I called the Department of Children and Family Services to go investigate.
Before you knew what was going on?
Before I knew anything.
Something had to give you a
Why would you call the department in it's called DIFUS in some places? I know in New Jersey they call it DIFUS. Hey, Cece. Thank you so much. Love you down to the ground. Appreciate y'all. Why? Who calls DIFUS or CPS with no foundation, just off of a hunch? Who does that? That don't make no sense to me. That didn't make sense to me.
It don't look right. Something's not right.
And at that time, you and R. Kelly were good.
We were good, but I hadn't seen Robert. Mm-hmm. I was away from him. You know what happened with? Okay, so when you did put out your project, right? Mm-hmm. You did well. Mm-hmm. What happened after that? So Robert had we were actually working on the second album. Woman's Threat, his song. That's actually my song. Wow. So yeah, I recorded 3 songs on my second album. Before asking to be released from him. He finally, let me go. Why did you ask to be released? Because it wasn't a good space with he and I anymore. He was inserting himself in my personal life. He didn't want me to have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Then there was an incident where.
So which one is it? Did y'all have a relationship? Were you close or not? This don't make sense to me.
I had told one of the other artists that he had, that he was only taking me to Interscope. He got pissed off at that with me. So those 2 things, I was just like, look, this ain't a good space. And actually, before the first album came out, there was a big meeting because Robert said he was taking my deal away from me. What? Yeah. Why? So he did, because I had a boyfriend and because I had told this person that, I was the only person going to Interscope. And he was pissed. Yeah. So that was a big.
Why would he be pissed if y'all had no intimate relationship at all? That don't make sense to me. Right.
Barry Hankerson, Robert. I brought my parents. I'm grown now, right? Mm-hmm. I'm over 21, right? And the meeting happened at the Hyatt out at the O'Hare airport area in Chicago. And a couple of my other family members also came to pray. We sitting there. Robert's trying to get, Barry Hanker's trying to get us back on track, everything, see if this can happen, if the album's going to come out or what have you. Mm-hmm. The killer for me, and I should have took heed at that point, was he sat there and speaking to me and my parents, and he told my mom and my dad, your daughter's so fine. I jerk off just looking at her. I'm sorry.
You said that to your dad?
My mama and my dad.
What did your mom and your daddy do?
That is crazy. My daddy bucked his eyes and looked at me. And then when we left there, because still I was filming at this point, I was like thinking, like, is this say that? I can't believe he said that. And on everything. And they didn't beat his ass and your family was there. I'm surprised.
Why didn't they?
No, I think
That
just the
don't make
naivety.
sense. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. If all my family with me, right? Obviously, he had been making advances at her. He felt comfortable to do that, in front of her family. That don't make sense, Sparkle. This whole shit don't make no damn sense, okay? And so then after the surviving R. Kelly, she came out here copping please, all right? And Lashana and Landfair, by the way, she this is after she had testified, and what we find out is she introduced Sparkle introduced her to R. Kelly. So here's what she had to say after Surviving came out. This was August 19th of 2022, mind you. Here we go.
Put a few things in context. Um, I'm letting those who really know, support, and love me know that this is a family feud. Yesterday was a day I didn't think I'd ever see. Nevertheless, at this point, I'm pretty much prepared for anything. So I did some thinking, as I often do, throughout this whole process. Asked myself, if I were them, what could be said that legitimately make this make sense and spare them from crazy? My answer is nothing. Knowing that there's no right answer to explain their ongoing actions and years of support for Robert once learning about that too. The clear plan is to try to take me down because I've been so vocal. I knew that there was some anger and resentment because of my stance, which is why I'm like, okay, they're going to handle it their way, and I'm going to handle it my way. And I was thinking, one day my niece will be older and will have a real heart to heart conversation. And there's no expiration on this concept, but I'm very clear that day ain't close. I know it's speaking privately and candidly to her it looks like betrayal of her mother. But now being an adult, I was hoping she was closer to being more independent thinking at this point. Yesterday, my niece absolutely, she absolutely doing the will of her mom. This is another form of the terrible decision making of her mom. And in my opinion, the unfortunate continuing allegiance to Robert. As the youngest of the group, and all I've ever known was family and community. So I operated from that space from the beginning of my career. I'm bringing them in to show them that it's not just about me, but about us getting this record deal that I was about to get. We were a gospel group just years prior, so me thinking about them for them was partly programmed in me. All I knew. Again, because Robert was given the opportunity to have his own imprint record label, I introduced my sister, my brother in law, and my niece to Robert at CRC Studios in '97 in hopes of landing my niece a career as an artist in this industry. Not a concert, as she testified. I didn't stop there. I asked Robert to check out my brother in law, who plays the guitar, and other family members in hopes he'd assist them with their musical careers as well. I'm saying this again. I'm saying this again to say not all that you heard yesterday from my niece is true. I don't want to hinder this legal process. I don't, but to testify that I had my niece sit on Robert's lap and rub his head and have her ask him to be her godfather is an absolute fucking lie. You all cannot imagine the hurt that comes from pain caused by the people that you live and are willing to die for. Another lie. Robert and I were never in a romantic relationship. Never. To show you sabotage is a highly priority within them. If Robert and I were in a romantic relationship, you and your mom was cool allowing you to start a relationship with him, again, no right answers for their actions. This journey of mine, I started with the greatest of intentions, and all I've gotten from it is hell. This is not how we were raised, and it has fucked up family names, relationships, and the death. Allegedly. Enough is enough. I've endured being not believed before, so my niece's false statements don't bother me as much as her mindset and willingness to tell the lies. I'm certain it's from her mom, certain, but she's now old enough to start bearing some level of responsibility of her actions. I love her more than life itself, so this is all I'm going to say regarding her and her mom.
Bear responsibility. She was a child, and the adults around her failed. Yes, please like the video. The adults around her failed. This is after Lashana testified in the R. Kelly trial. Okay. And I'm sure it's very confusing for her. It has been very confusing because she had to live a lie for so long. Please like the video. Like the video. Hey, Tals, what's going on? So we getting in because Sparkle, we're getting into Reshona Landfair, the victim of R. Kelly, who was on tape, unfortunately, and it got circulated nationwide or whatever. And her aunt Sparkle, this is how she was introduced to R. Kelly, responded to the accusations. Okay, so let's get into fair use, fair use. Let's get into Lashana. She started out the interview. Let me make sure it's the right one. Yeah, here we go. Thumbs up the video. Shout out to CBS Morning. Trigger warning, trigger warning.
Your health deserves more than guesswork. At Pronuvo, our whole body MRI scans for hundreds of. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Feel present. When I think about the amount of time that has passed based on how long you knew R. Kelly, I think so many people have wanted to hear from you for so long. How does it feel to not be Jane Doe anymore?
This is facts, and this is what I appreciate about Rashana. I'm happy she waited for the smoke to clear. She waited for him to be sentenced. She testified and things like that. And finally, we get her side of the story as a grown woman, not as a little girl. The first trial, Robert, what he did, he used his money to delay due process. Okay. And by the time Rashana, because she was 13 in the tape, but she was 17 when it went public and national. Okay. And so from there, once R. Kelly was charged, R. Kelly basically paid her family to hide her and was hiding her for years. And so by the time the trial actually came around, she just wanted to be done with it. She would not ID herself on the video. Her parents did not ID her on the video. And that's when the case fell apart. That's why they weren't able to move forward with the charges. Everybody understand that? Okay. So this is her telling her testimony. Shout out to her. Shout out to the victims. And for those of you who are running around talking about R. Kelly is so innocent, he is not. This last trial was for Reshona and Aaliyah, the things he did to them.
It feels very rewarding. It feels very liberating, which was a part of the reason why I wanted to write this book because I really wanted to live in my true skin, in my true self. And your true self today is what? My true self today is Reshona Landfair, not Jane Doe, not Sean. It's who I am as a person, who I am as a mother, a friend, a daughter, a colleague, etc. You dedicate this book to your dad, your son, and you say your inner self. Who else would you say this book is for? This book is for every person who is going through some sort of trauma or some sort of uncomfortable moment in their life where they blame themselves, were ashamed or embarrassed to live in their true skin and just really took the faults of other people and, kind of hid behind that. So it was just really freeing for me, and I wanted to share my experience with people who have been in similar situations. You obviously talk in this book about how it started. You don't start at the moment people start talking about you or knowing anything about who you are and who you're associated with. But you describe at length how it started. You mentioned your aunt, the artist Sparkle, who used to work with R. Kelly. I want to read some of it from, I think it was page 18. You say in the book, the next time we're at the studio, this is what you say, Sparkle said. You say your aunt told you the next time we're at the studio, you should ask Robert to be your godfather. Aunt Sparkle explained that I should sit on his lap and rub his head while I asked him to be my godfather. This instruction seemed sort of weird since I hadn't sat on his lap before, but I didn't question it. When you think back, is that where it all begins? Is that the start? That is the start. That is the start of.
And this is what Sparkle does not want to take ownership of, because why would you instruct a little girl to sit on a grown man's lap, especially this is not even your family? Okay, I mean it's wrong regardless, but why would you instruct her to sit on that man's lap and rub his head? This is like you started the grooming process, Sparkle, on some real.
Him entering into my life in a different way than just being an artist or
Hey
hanging out at the
James.
studio. It became more personable at that moment because you yourself were an artist. You were a part of a rap group. You were toured Europe. You've been to Europe, and it was your aunt. You said that introduced the family to R. Kelly because he's this successful artist from Chicago. At this time, he's really starting to grow up. He left the group that he was in, and it was interesting, exhilarating, fun to be around him. Is kind of how you described it in the beginning. I mean, this is a big superstar, and you had access to him. Like, hey, I want to hang out in the studio. And at the time, in the beginning, he's treating you like a normal, excited kid that wants to learn more about the business. Correct. So when do things turn? And I know you go into great detail, the early stages and why this is so complicated, your mindset at that time. Well, during the time that I met him, I'm also a teenage girl who's going through puberty. And so some of the things that I was thinking or feeling were just normal expressions to, my maturity level at the time. And so it starts very innocent. It starts, you know, being mesmerized and, like you said, like admiring this person. And then, it kind of gets a little deeper and more complicated when that person is able to, see what you can't see, the way you're developing, your conversation, your personality traits. So it kind of became more complicated when he started analyzing me and, the things that I was going through and who I was becoming as a person. And again, I was excited and mesmerized to, be under his wing and to be a part of his habitat. So that's how things kind of unfolded. My name is Julie. I live in Chief. Last year, sixth grade.
Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole interview, but that's a briefing of what's going on. And she says, and this is her story, okay? She says her aunt told her to go sit on his lap, rub his head, and ask him to be your godfather. It can't be easy to talk about. It can't be easy to talk about. Oh, wait. This is painful, I'm sure. But I'm happy she's coming out and telling her side, because so many people have been telling her story for decades, okay? Decades. And now she gets to finally say things and how they happen within in her own words and on her own terms. I noticed that she didn't give any dedication to her mom. She dedicated the book to her son and her father. All right. Anywho, fast forward. Sparkle has now responded to Reshona's allegations. So let's hear what Sparkle has to say. Now, I look, I gave her side because we fair over here. That Breakfast Club interview, it just did not ain't sound right to me. It ain't sound right to me. Sorry, this is a little slow. Here we go. So Sparkle put out a statement. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Hey, hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Please like the video, okay? Here's what Sparkle had to say. She said, I am relieved that Reshona is finally free to speak her truth and begin her healing journey. In addition to Justin, I have always wanted healing and peace for her. I do need to be clear about one thing. Any suggestions that I groom, facilitate, and enable harm to my niece is untrue and deeply painful, especially given my documented actions at the time and throughout. I feel like you only call CPS to save your ass because you introduced them. Okay, so when I was informed her parents were allowing Reshona to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly, I immediately contacted DCFS. When the tape surfaced and the state brought charges against him in 2008, I cooperated fully and testified under oath despite immense pressure not to do so. I did this because protecting my niece from abuse and telling the truth mattered more to me than money and my career. This is the beginning of Rashona's lengthy deprogramming journey. It is true that she is a survivor of years of abuse, still learning to process what happened to her and who is responsible. It's also true and well documented that I stood up for her to try and stop the damage being done to her and countless others. I wish her continued healing and peace as she continues not only find her voice, but hopefully requires accountability from the closest to her. And then Miss Lady K commented and said not only was SA, but was also manipulated to believe her aunt was an enemy. But those who watch it all unfold know you stood tall for that girl. Respect. Did she really? Now, also in the interview, she talks about like what things were like around the trial. Had her dad got upset or whatever. But your dad, she in Rashona's mind, she feels like her parents protected her, and I feel like they sold her. I feel like they took the money as opposed to holding him, R. Kelly, accountable for what he did. And had they had put their child's well-being ahead of financial gain, he would have been locked up. And that's one of the things Rashana talks about, how she feels guilty about lying at the first trial because he was able to go on and create more victims. That's why I always say silence creates more victims. And a lot of these men in the industry are monsters the way they are is because the people around them, the yes men, the people benefiting financially, um, protect the predator. Right, Tails. In a lot of these situations, it's the women that are the most complicit. They protect these monsters while also knowing full well what is happening to their child or children, i.e., Drea Kelly. You seen the way he was treating you. How did you think he was going to treat your child? Yes, goddess. I believe so. And so, because Drea sat there protecting the monster, now her child, her daughter, was subjected to SA by her own father. Please thumbs up the video. The cycle of abuse this continues on. And a lot of these people protect these monsters, these predators. Why? For wealth, for fame, to be in Hollywood? At what cost? I mean, Robert Sylvester Kelly had them eating feces, child. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. We would have been bop, bop, bop. I would have been up in there playing grit ball with him. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Or whatever. I'm really, really happy Rashana has found her voice and I hope she continues to speak. Sparkle. That's what she said you did. She said You annoying too, Blue. You could get out my chat. There's like a billion people on YouTube. Why are you here? Seriously, something's wrong with you. But shout out to the real victims out there. Seriously, that have endured years of abuse, and shout out to them. Yeah. If you trolling, like the damn video. Thank you so much, Tails. I love y'all. I love my naughty crew. They don't play about me. Naughty crew, we lit. Okay? So yeah, no, Sparkle. I'm sorry, like you full of bull swinky. I don't care. Your niece. This is not the first time she said it. She also said it on court record that you instructed her to go over to Sylvester Kelly and sit on his lap and rub his head and ask him to be the godfather. Like all the adults around, and that's who I blame. Reshona failed her. Absolutely, they failed her. They failed her miserably. They failed us. Please like the video. Please like the video. So the fallout of Nicki Minaj. Oh, when it, yeah, when that good. The fallout with Nicki Minaj continues, child. I don't know why people mad. Like she been showed us who she is. Like she's a predator empathizer. She showed us that a long time ago. And when people show you who they are, believe them, okay? And people mad that she's against the LGBT. She's a hypocrite because she used to be a part of. She used to be down with scissoring, carpet munching, whatever you want to say, or whatever. And I believe she is cozying up to MAGA. So she could feel protected against Jay-Z because she been out here talking cash ish about them. Okay. Now we went over this. As far as Jay-Z is concerned, do I think he's a shrewd businessman? Absolutely. Is it possible that he's guilty of doing some heinous things? It's a possibility, but you have to have proof. Now they're saying he fled the country or whatever. And I'm like Jason Lee. The noise is getting louder and louder and louder around his name. And this is why I think he left the country. Okay? Okay. Oh my God. When I say these emails be getting on my nerves, pray for me, Naughty Crew. Pray. The noise is getting louder and louder around him. And I'm telling you, like from back in the day, when he did the Best of Both World tours with R. Kelly, and Dame Dash was mad that he was doing business with him. Like, yo, man, look at what he did to my girl back in the day, you know? And it's just like kind of like birds of a feather flock together. And y'all remember R. Kelly came out like, he trying to kill me, y'all. He trying to kill me, child. It was never very clear of what was the beef, but my hunch was they was fighting over little girls. My opinion. I ain't saying it to be fact, but it's my opinion. Okay. All right. So I mean, the rumor started there. Then there was rumors about him and Foxy Brown and her being underage and 16 or whatever. And I think Dame Dash got sick of like trying to defend him. Like, man, we ain't even in business no more. Or whatever. I don't have nothing to do with that. And then Jay-Z wrote a rhyme on one of his albums to throw into something like I never put my cock in the Fox's box. And then Foxy came out here and debunked it, which I think a lot of these people be paid off. Say it loud. Right. What really happened between R. Kelly and Jay-Z? Okay. But like, do y'all notice how these rumors keep recirculating? Him being attached to younger women. I think the only person that kept it real about him was Super. Not even kept it real, but Superhead in her book. She said he was a gentleman about her slobbing on a knob, and he put on a condom. Then you get this frivolous allegation from basically connect him to the diddler. That got debunked. Okay, he won that case. Then Ramirez Satterwhite or whatever, however you say his name, he had been suing him for DNA for years because he believed that Jay-Z was his father based on what his now deceased mom told him, but there was really no proof. Now, and then let's not forget Jay-Z's first daughter, and that is her name on the gram, and I'll follow her. She did an ancestry test, and Jay-Z grandmother came up in her tree, right? So then all of a sudden she goes silent because he paid her off. He bought her a house. Her mom is disabled. Unfortunately, she suffers with MS and things like that, or whatever. But she's still on the ground, like, yes, I am Jay-Z's first daughter. And the reason why he didn't want those allegations to come out, why? Because her mom was underage when he was dealing with her. And then Ramirez's mom, she was also underage. I think they said she was 16 and he was a grown man. Okay. This is why. But he won the case against the DNA case. He won it. And my thing is with Ramirez, like, you should have just did like your sister did. You could have did a sibling DNA. You don't necessarily need his DNA. If she was proven to be his daughter, you could have did a sibling DNA to see if y'all related, and that would have been the end of that. I just think they kind of went too far going on podcasts and things like that, instead of just getting down to effing business, right? And figuring it out so that he can't deny it. And now they done shut them down all the way. They lost, right? So all these allegations have been circling about Jay-Z through the years. And he's just been slithering by, by everything or whatever to preserve his reputation or whatever. But is it really preserved? Okay, because he lost that deal with the casino in New York City. I think it's damaging him. And I wonder what's going to happen with the NFL. Yes, let's get these likes up. And I'm just speaking candidly to my naughty crew or whatever. I'm not saying these things are facts, but like the rumors are getting louder and louder and louder behind Jay-Z, okay? And when people become a billionaire, naughty crew, best believe they had to do some sacrificing to get to where they at. To get the and to me, by these little trickles, okay, coming out, these little, eventually it's going to catch up to you. They say him and Beyonce are losing thousands of followers. Nicki Minaj continues to drag Rock Nation, and I also bring you to Prince. Remember Prince was going to get involved with Title, and he was all gung ho for it until he found out it was another slave contract like the record labels. And Prince was out here talking loud and proud and then fighting for his masters. And then all of a sudden, he OD. Now, I know for a fact, Prince may have, because he may have had knee problems and hip problems, but I don't think he was an addict like that. I really don't believe that in my heart of hearts. He was a devout Jehovah Witness. Um, he was all about the art, the pure art. And he also implemented things about Beyonce, saying like, a lot of her sounds she steals through samples or whatever. And Prince was like one of the last pure artists out here that like can build a song from scratch because he played how many instruments or whatever. So the same things Nicki is out here screaming about. Prince was like out loud about it, but in a more classy way. But he was trying to put younger artists on so they don't sell their souls to contracts, and then all of a sudden he ends up dead. And who owns his masters? So it's a lot of suspicious activity going on. Hey Chantal, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a lot of suspicious activity, and I get that it's a lot of conspiracy theory, but Prince was a healthy man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Michael Jackson. Uh-huh. Whitney Houston. The things people do for fame. Yes, I believe that too, James. I agree. But this my thing, Nikki. So all this Twitter rant ain't gonna get you no justice. Yeah, and you know what? As a reason, once he passed away, the estate, the family tried to sue the masters and stuff like that, but Jay Z had enough money to drown it out in court, the same way he did with Ramir. So it's like an ant trying to fight an elephant, right? Suspicious, 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 suspicious. It's just makes me wonder, Jigga, what did you do? You crossed Dame Dash. You crossed a lot of people to get to where you are. Like, mm, child. Nikki, your husband is front page, girl. You need to worry about that predator and paying that bill. All right, so that brings me to Nicki Minaj. Kaya dragged her for filth once again. Please like the video. People are still can't stand her, and I just really feel like Nicki don't have a leg to stand on, and she discredited herself when she married who she married. So let's get into Kaya and what she had to say about Mrs. Minaj. Kaya, her drags are epic, child. Where is it at? She don't be playing with these folks at all. Here it goes. Thumbs up the video and trigger warning, child.
To pretend to be Donald Duck's friend so he wouldn't send your immigrant ass back over there to Trinidad because you know you ain't no U.S. citizen. Anyway, we don't even want Kenneth's petty pussy snatching ass on the docket. Meow. I said, not meow. Meow. You know what that makes you for telling? For not telling Gag what we people want your husband on the docket, Nick Van Dyke, for not telling you to sit the fuck down, Gag Gordon, and for failing as a man and as a husband. I'm gonna group the people on that. Because you was out of order. This is the case of if you don't get your crazy deranged ass wife, Kenneth Petty, Kenneth snatch bitches by the pussy Petty. You better let's talk about it. Freedom People versus Kenneth Petty. Kenneth, grow up a hoe, use a hoe, because you ain't got shit but convictions. Petty, no broke pussy grabbing, no money having ass is being charged with habitual drugging of a delusional fat non-rapping ass bitch who hates herself and all the choices she's made in her fucking life. Leaving an endangered toddler at home with a drugged up hoe over non-rapping ass mega slut, aka your wife who stays on the couch yelling at herself and at her phone all day and all night on Twitter while maxing out her Amex card in Queens with Fachi be her friends and the niggas on the block, buying them chains and things, okay, and not telling your wife to go sit the fuck down and shit the fuck up. Moving into a bitch house, increasing her dependency on you through drug use, while causing her to lose her house over judgment. You call for punching the saltine cracker overseas. You ain't know how to stay your ass over there from over there too. I pretending to be her fucking security because you don't have a real fucking job. While she's busy being a keyboard Karen with mental health issues and a fucking drug addict. Then you put the Coquiana down and then go to the stage running out of her nose. Not taking the phone out of her oh never, oh nigga, oh hell no's hand. And disabling all her social media accounts until she gets the help that she needs. And having an old immigrant whore claim she is now mega just offenders list. And we the people say a real nigga ain't gonna have you going out this bad and so sad, bad, but like this every day without an intervention. That man don't love you. He don't give a fuck about you. He hope that you die so he can take all of your money that you got left. Evidently, it's not a lot because you can't even save your house. Always tweeting for 40 days and 40 nights. You know what? Doja Cat got it right about you when she was in Bangkok. They sent a video in where she had all kind of powder on her nose. I don't know if she was just being herself or gagging you, but it looked like she was gagging you. You Johnson Johnson baby powder head bitch. This whole I don't have nothing to say about this bitch. Your husband ain't shit because he need to get some control of you. Okay? But he ready for you to clock up out of here so he can Take the little bit of money you got left. You know what, girl? The little bit of fans that you had, they're gone. Okay, so you want to act like you mega. Okay.
Period. She could act like she MAGA all. They could have MAGA could have her ass. I don't give a. She is bad for women. She's bad for the effing culture. On some real. She is just as bad as Sparkle if you ask me. Like she child, she the type that would sacrifice her damn son. hmm MAGA Minaj crash out going to be worse than Clarissa Shields. Child, Clarissa could kiss the darkest part of my ass. I'm just saying, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, you are fucking running around with a married man and you don't want to be held accountable for it. And that's why you fucking mad, Clarissa. That's why you mad. Because we don't embrace the relationship. Girl, go get your own man. Maybe we'll respect you more. So, TMZ called Jasmine Crockett outside or whatever, and she gave her opinion. I don't know why they even wasted Jasmine's time. Like, she got bigger fish to fry. Like, up in that damn White House, getting everybody together, all them hoes together up in there. Child, but let's hear what you got to say.
Hey, I wanted to ask about Nicki Minaj because she's like, very in the news these days. Has like, you're doing your face right now.
We don't mess with it.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear. I've always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like things are too serious. There are too many people that are being harmed, and especially with her being an immigrant, then deciding to go and cozy up to this administration that is specifically putting targets on the backs of immigrants and anyone who stands with them, even if they're U.S. citizens. Daisy Chachapoy, that is wrong. And I don't even understand how you can play with it and pretend like it's anything but wrong.
Why do you think she's doing it then?
Listen, I don't know if it's because she looking for some papers for some people, or if she's looking for them other papers. Because I hear that she got family members that's got a little, a few little issues, right? And so maybe she needs them other papers because he love to hand those out, usually at a cost, right? But going after people like Don Lemon, who I love dearly, just wrong. Like she's just on the wrong side of history. So I hope that people remember all of this when she comes back and she's broke and she's begging for money and support. Because something tells me MAGA ain't gonna do it for free.
If Nicki came out with like a summer jam and you couldn't not bop your head to it, do you think you'd still have to turn it off when you're in the car to come on the radio, or like can you divorce those two things?
I think that there are plenty of people. I'll give you an example. R. Kelly, right? A lot of people took issue with R. Kelly. R. Kelly obviously is serving and doing his time right now. But something tells me that people are still bumping R. Kelly somewhere, somehow, right? I think that there are people that can divorce the art. For me, it is more so about like your dollars. Like, are you going to support with your dollars certain things? Because it's the dollars that have given her a platform in the first place. Otherwise, Donald Trump wouldn't even know who she was. No one would know who she was, but for the dollars that were used to support her that allowed her to have the platform that she has. Do you want to continue to support or elevate a person's platform who's then going to turn around and do things that are demeaning to us as a society?
It's interesting to me that like she's like the mega hero right now, but she's not included in their halftime Super Bowl show. You know how they're doing a Turning Points halftime show? Kid Rock is headlining. I assumed that Nicki was going to headline, but she's not even on the bill. It's a prize. Why do you think Nicki's not on there?
She may now understand her place as it relates to MAGA, but maybe she won't. Who knows?
Okay. And now look, Nikki has never done a halftime show. Not the big superstar. She's never gotten a Grammy. Cardi B might do a halftime show before her. You think Cardi B, Bad Bunny might bring out Cardi B? Yeah, and on some real tell CC be more. people got to start hitting these folks where it hurt. And I'm talking about MAGA, Trump, and stuff like that. And these artists that give us they ass the kids, stop supporting their music. Because when they broke, what they going to say? She could be MAGA all she want. I don't give a fuck. She could be MAGA all she want. But at the end of the day, I just really feel like she's not valid in what she says. Like she be having cocalina rants, and it's just like you don't even make sense, chick. The very people that got you rich, you turning your back on. You trying to act like this conservative chick, but just what, like a year and a half ago, you and your hoodlum boyfriend was at the freaking VMA Awards acting like straight heathens on the red carpet, and then he's outside with garbage calling out Offset. Like you are trash. I don't care what you try to present to the world. Like you a ghetto hood rat at the end of the day, and you know your husband using you because it's out here. Because when y'all first got together and y'all knocked his girlfriend at that time between the washer and dryer, she came out here and said Kenny called her was like, "Yo, I gotta get this money, yo," and he was talking about you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Hey, Teddy, what's going on? So then TMZ caught up with Jason Lee. Let's hear what he had to say. You know he a big Cardi fan.
Yesterday the Grammys was pretty crazy. I mean, what is your take on Nicki Minaj, like, upsetting the LGBT community yesterday? I mean, is it pretty unforgivable? A lot of the things she said. I mean, she went for Trevor Noah. She went for, I mean, so many. Chrissy Teigen. I mean, what are your thoughts on? I mean, obviously, Nicki is obsessed with dicks, right? She says Chrissy Teigen has one. She's called me a sucker. She's called Don Lemon a sucker. I don't know what her obsession with penises are. But here's the deal. I'm not thinking of Nicki Minaj today. I think that what she's doing, just the troping, the continuous disregard for the LGBT community, for her fans, for humanity, for everybody, it's an embarrassment to the culture. So I'm not really thinking of Nicki. I think Billy Porter told my reporter the other day on the red carpet exactly how we're all feeling. I don't know if you saw that clip. Is it unforgivable what she pretty much said about the whole everything? I mean, there's no way of coming back from this, right? For the especially the gay community. Well, I mean, I think Nicki's amassed fans who are loyal to her and her music, and some people can't separate music from the artists and their politics. I can. I personally think that Nicki is a great rapper, but I can't just even I can't even think of one song that she has right now past the nonsense that we've been seeing that she's been putting on social media, and the fact that she's cozying up to the administration in light of what's happening around the world, Minnesota, is it's sickening, But what can you do? Are you guys? I mean, you guys are not cool, right? I'm assuming. I mean, we're not cool. She doesn't like me. Again, once she called me sucker of the month, I kind of went on about my business and I told everybody who she was. And you have to believe somebody who they are when they say and show you who they are the first time. I've said for years that Nicki was lost, that she was a mess. I said that she rallies her fans to be terrorists. I labeled them a terrorist group years ago on the Breakfast Club. But when people weren't listening, I think now that her support for Donald Trump and the Republican Party of the MAGA is so loud that everybody now sees her for who we saw her a long time ago.
Yeah, that part. People been warning us for years about Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma, Little Kim, or whatever, and now people are just wanting to believe who she is. But she showed us who she was a long time ago. Y'all, Ice been in New Jersey where I'm at, but it's really hitting hard. Yesterday, Bloomfield High School students, which is in my area, my oldest daughter graduated from Bloomfield High School, and Bloomfield, the town in itself, has a lot of immigrants, but the kids are outside protesting outside of the school. Child,
Immigrated here from Mexico. My dad immigrated here from Costa Rica. My grandparents immigrated here. And you know what? I'm American. They're American. And this is not the American dream that they came for.
So shout out to the students of Bloomfield High for standing up. But here's my thoughts. I have an unpopular opinion. Naughty crew, brace yourself. Most of their parents voted for Trump. Most of their parents, a lot of Spanish people are Republicans. Most of their families voted for Trump. So they need to sit down with their families and understand what their political affiliation is. Most of their families voted for Trump. So you need to look at your families and I get like people look at parties like Republicans, Democrats. They are the original gangs of America. Let's start there, okay? They laid out the playbook for gangs, okay? Um, and see a lot of Spanish people they look at it like from a religious standpoint, and people really need to start separating state from religion. They really do. But most of their parents voted for Trump, and that's the real. And now y'all going through all these immigration problems. None of y'all thought about that before y'all voted for his ass? Because he was clearly in his, he campaigned on deportation. Y'all just ignored that part and just was like, oh, I'm going to go Republican because I'm a Republican. Honestly, we got to keep it real, y'all. We got to keep it real. Shout out to Remy and her network.
I got love for the family.
She looks great. She looks gorge. Okay. This is the co-founders. Clarissa, this how you do business. Pay attention to the wife. Pay attention to the wife. She might can teach you something. Remy ain't up here every day talking about her marriage to Papoose. Remy is out here promoting her businesses, child. Okay, and you was out here unhinged. Oh, it's 20 days in my fight, and you threatening YouTubers and content creators like we give a fuck. Okay, bitch, get in the ring and do what you do. At the end of the day, like this, the difference between Remy and her man, and you and Papoose. Her man is sitting cute and mute in the corner. We don't hear nothing from him. Maybe you should take a page out of her book. All right, y'all. This last topic. NLE, Choppa, and Blueface are going at it. Now, Blueface was on his stream and he decided to come out the closet. I love y'all too. Oh, Blueface decided to come out the closet to NLE Choppa, child. Here we go.
This little cute ass.
Hold on.
You know, I'm a responder. This little cute ass. Dead homies. Hey, chat. Cute ass. Yeah. That little nigga cute. That little this was cute. Like he the type of nigga I put in the hair like and give my nigga like. Like that's little bro. Little bro. That's little bro right there. You know, I'm respond. How you say it? Like when you had attached your train to like. Yeah, you see me, nigga like that. That's how I see him. Like I'm trying that nigga. Like I put baby oil on that nigga type shit. That type of nigga you just put baby oil. Baby oil on there. What the fuck? How you say it? Like how
you ain't had no tattoo your train nigga like
Yeah, you feel me, nigga like that? That's how I see him. Like I'll try that nigga. Like I'll put baby oil on that nigga type shit. You know? That type of nigga you just put baby oil. Put baby oil on there.
I wanted y'all to hear it.
Like, hey, you ain't NLE Choppa this too. Who the fuck did NLE Choppa this? Shot for 8. Nigga, bitch, still playing shot for? Come on, Chad. I hope his career ain't that bad. We gotta do shot for 8. Just a joke to that bitch on you. He's going through the time to clip with it. Soon, why? I'm confused. You know when people careers start, progressing. They gotta start, stressing, I love it, chat. This gives me.
All right, Blueface, you sound a little like a Fruit Loop. Okay, ain't nothing wrong. If that's what you like, if you like boys and girls, that's your choice. Whatever this, I just say walk in your truth. But all that extra, like oh he cute, and I'll put baby oil. Like Blueface, just come out the closet already. You've been talking about pounding in the Hershey Highway since you got out of prison. What were you doing in there? I just wanted y'all to hear it, okay? So NLE Choppa clap back. He was happy. Where is it at? Let me go to Loud Bites. He was not. He was like, what?
Identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen that duck ass nigga face? What the fuck? This bitch got every brand in the world on his motherfucking face. Cause you wake up every day, you want to learn how to be the best gang banger. You pitiful, sir. You feel me? Mr. Butt Down Tatiana, Mr. Man, that's the only shit I can think of. It ain't that many on. Man, you fucked up, dog. You wake up every day, you don't even prioritize nothing bigger than some shit that I gave you nothing positive in life. Hey, what you want to be respected? You wake up every day trying to be something. You truly not. You doing really have not did it, man. When I wake up, I thank God, bro. I put so much stuff before a rag, bro. As you supposed to. If you was a bitch and you waking up, you trying to be the best one, the most low out, and it's just yeah, y'all talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen that duck ass nigga face?
Child, it's more. Okay. Hold on. Let me go find it. This shit is extra. They are trolling each other. And that's just our bottom line. But NLE Choppa also. Here we go.
Your son and stand behind beside my son, and let's see which one of them motherfuckers know how to operate. Hmm? Let's see. Hey, hold your son beside my son. Let's see which one of them can hold their head up, fuck, nigga. Huh? How about that? Yeah, nigga. Put your son beside my son. Let's see them buck, nigga. Let's see them slap bucks, nigga. Huh? Put your son beside my son. Let's see who can hold their fingers up to their motherfucking nose, nigga. Take your son. The Blueface. I'm gonna decline your offer with a way better proposition for you. You feel me? Because we know you owe $23 million to that club.
Back.
You owe another 100,000 to Soldier Boy, baby mama. So your goal is to get me to fight you to help pay off your debt. Okay, cool. I understand that, right? So that's my reason to not fight you. Cause I ain't gonna help you pay your debt, but I got a better proposition for you, nigga. How about this? Blueface? I'm gonna decline your offer. Check your look. All right, nigga, check your little slow. Check your little slow. Keep that from that nigga. Pussy. Tell that young nigga stand up. You worry about the wrong shit. You on Twitch playing. having a financial crisis, nigga. Fuck identity crisis, nigga. You want to come at me every day because you need somebody to entertain you so you get some money on. You will never pay it back, nigga. Show me 23 million right now, nigga.
He
Show me
mad.
$23 million, nigga.
He mad.
Yeah, show me that, nigga. And what about that? Yeah, Charles Barkley, put your hand up, nigga. Take a step, Charles. Yeah. What's up with your son, nigga? Pussy, nigga, had me in the streets, nigga. Y'all keep playing with me. I ain't playing. You think this shit funny games and entertainment? I'm dead serious, nigga. Put your son beside my son, nigga. Put little Charles Barkley beside Chosen, an icon. Yeah, nigga. Don't play.
First thing they gonna do is go for it. What Junior got to do with anything? That ain't even his son, y'all. That ain't even his son. Stop playing. And Blueface know that's not his baby. That's why he not doing nothing legally or whatever. He knows that's not his baby. Period. These niggas all fuck boys for the industry. Let's just call it what the fuck it is. Okay, so Blueface responded.
Fuck you, hey, DLE Choppa, bro. Check it out, fool. I'm not gonna do too much lip boxing with the booty bandit. Like, you're getting your ass ate as a man. What the fuck position are you in physically as a man for a woman to lick your ass, brother? I can't think of one position you could be in for a woman to lick your ass as a man. That's not hella gay. That's just me. Feel me? But anyways, like, bro, you scrubbing back and forth, back and forth. Fuck all that. You got 24 hours, fool, to agree or disagree or shut the fuck up. Yeah, y'all talking about.
So this what he talking about because NLE was just out here beefing with his baby mama. And she called him gay. Let me see if it come up. My signal kind of slow. If you ask me, they all got a little fruitcake in them. Here we go, I think.
Know that girl ain't finna come to her daddy about bleeding in her pool? Baby girl, you tried to take my daughter away from me? Contempt. Contempt was found what got my daughter back in the last 4 months. You tried to take my daughter away from me by saying she had some spots of blood in her vaginal area.
Nasty.
Then when she told y'all what happened, she said, I did a split and it made that start happening down there.
I want
something about they poo poo, which you really know that's girl stuff. She did a split on the book.
That's when he talking about
Melissa, you gonna say I'm gay because you ate my asshole? Huh? I ain't tell you lick my nipples. I think that's a little weird. Don't play with my nipples. If you eating that man going down in that Gucci, you go a little lower than, hey, man, P, that's you.
Yeah, right. That's what Blueface talking about. Ugh. I don't know why people get a kick out of eating ass. And so Blueface finally responds, okay?
If kids to fight, my son will whoop your son ass. Dead on me, nigga. Since you scared, let your son get his ass whooped up. Sure. Yeah. Somebody said, I got this dude, he's a pussy for real. So he wants kids to fight instead of grown men. So can you whoop his son ass for me? Yes. Let me see the square up, man. Let me see how you gonna whip his ass. Let me see how you gonna beat his ass. I give you 1,000 Robux. Let me see how you beat ass. Let me see. Let's see how you gonna punch him. Oh, damn. Yeah, hit him nuts. All right, bet. We gonna set it up, all right? Bet. Chop, yeah, you done came for the real motherfucker, fool. DLE, fool. Like, I'm really on that. Nigga.
So Blueface baby posted, it's a difference in running a fade and trying to put together a boxing mat to profit off of to cater to your debt. How about we do it for free? All the money goes to charity of your choice. Now what's the excuses now? Child. They are trolling each other. But Blueface and Jay, and this why y'all kids are so bad, okay?
That's not nice of you. I'm not your friend right now. Okay? Okay, if I see bad words again, spank my butt, okay? Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god. Well, why did she have that? Let me see. She hit me on my neck. Where is she at?
These immature people are raising these badass kids, and I don't blame the kids. They can't help who the mama and daddy is, okay? Like, and y'all wonder why these kids be out here acting out. Look who is raising them. Immature folk. Okay, out here talking about getting their butts ate, and you can't make this stuff up, Naughty Crew. You can't make this stuff up. All right, but that's all I got for y'all. Uh, let's leave it in the comments. Nicki Minaj, hot mess central. She the last person that need to be calling out Rock Nation and shit like that. Like, I hope MAGA deport her ass so we don't ever have to worry about Kenneth Petty running around. Okay, like I don't need him around my daughters. NLE Choppa and Blueface, y'all are trolling each other. If y'all want bop 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 bop, just get to it. We don't need to hear about it on the internet. Who else we talk about? Oh gosh. Oh, Reshona Landfair. Shout out to you for finding your voice. And telling us your story in your own words. And Sparkle, your niece's story has not changed since she testified in the trial. Sparkle, we ain't gonna act like these grown adults in America don't be selling their children off. Let's just keep it real, okay? And on some real, if you look at the interview, Rashana said that her family felt like the only reason why Sparkle started having a problem is when her career started to fail. When R. Kelly wasn't giving her what was promised, and now all of a sudden she want to call CPS. That's what she said. Y'all go and look at the interview. Get all these degenerates out of here. Like MAGA, all of them. Like, I don't care what nobody say. MAGA ain't nothing but a PDF ring. Pizzagate. Child. And the Raffican ring did not stop because Jeffrey Epstein was all of a sudden red rum. Let's call it what it is. Allegedly, in my opinion, or whatever. It continued. They just keep passing the baton from one pedo to the next. It's nasty. It's nasty work. It's disgusting because it's still going on. They still busting up trafficking rings everywhere. You see it on the news like every other week. Yes, to a tinkle. Get them all up out of here, Naughty Crew. I love you all, and I appreciate all of the support, and I appreciate y'all joining me. We're gonna drop down in the comments. Shout out to all of the Naughty Crew, cause y'all help the channel continue to grow, and you help me keep going. So I love and appreciate every last one of you. It's warmer today, thank God. Like, I'm so over this fucking cold air. I need summer to hurry up. Okay, right, right. But I love y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I gotta go here and go on my break so I could go into a meeting because gotta make the donuts, Naughty Crew. Gotta make the donuts. So until next time, I'm out. One.